Have you ever questioned yourself about how you can make a difference? Have you ever thought about being part of the change you want to see in the world in the simplest way? As we continue to experience economic issues, environmental and humanitarian crisis, the Archdiocese of Capiz, through Capiz Archdiocesan Social Action Center, never stops performing its mission, empowering vulnerable individuals by developing resilient communities and protecting the dignity of creation. Throughout the history of the social action of serving the poorest of the poor comes the social and resource mobilization initiative called ABIEN, Active and Benevolent Samaritan for the Youth and the Needy. ABIEN is a Hiligaynon word which means friend. A collective action will bear fruits of camaraderie, commitment, and compassion. In any amount that you can contribute and donate, little or big, can support one or more of the many priorities of our organization. Disaster risk reduction and management. You will be able to help communities increase their preparedness for calamities by strengthening DRR measures through skills training, contingency planning, and community drill, and to help establish school and parish-based DRRM for relief and recovery assistance. During disaster, the organization will be able to hold relief operations and provide shelter repair kits to the affected population. For sustainable livelihoods, you can empower underprivileged families to have their sufficient source of livelihood by attending trainings and acquire startup kits. And also for the development of farming methods to rural communities and transfer of agricultural technology. For environmental sustainability and green initiatives, you can be a catalyst by supporting our organization to promote good stewardship to Mother Nature, produce organic products, and set up vegetable backyard gardens. For medical and financial assistance, you can lessen the burden of our marginalized who can't afford to pay for their medical fees and hold medical mission to communities deprived of medical attention. Be part of our ABIEN initiative. Be an ABIEN. Be a Samaritan. Your compassion can make a world-lasting impact. Donate now and to the next. Capiz Archdiocesan Social Action Center is the social development and humanitarian arm of the Archdiocese of Capiz, mandated by the Church for social service to empower, develop, and protect. Community-managed DRR has been the core approach in all the programmatic interventions implemented by Casac. It strives to equip communities that are vulnerable to hazards to become more resilient, empowering them to be more mindful of their duties and responsibilities. Therefore, all projects are anchored in the efforts to make individuals and communities ready to face shocks and be able to bounce back immediately with lesser reliance on outside assistance. It also instituted a strong partnership with local government units, government and non-government agencies to ensure that contingency plans are approved and adopted. More than these accomplishments, Casac is now on the right track in transitioning itself to be the bearer of excellence in responding to the cries of the poor and to be God's loving arms for all His creations. We are Caritas, and this is how we build resiliency.
My dear people of God in the Archdiocese of Manila, we all feel the great void of not being able to physically participate in the celebration of the Holy Eucharist. Surely the online Mass is not the same as going to the church to celebrate the Holy Mass. Perhaps this void should make us realize the great opportunity that we have here in the Archdiocese of being able to come to Mass regularly every Sunday, if not even every day. This is not so in many parts of our country. Consider that in many small chapels in the provinces, our fellow Catholics do not have Mass every Sunday. It is good if they have once a month or even a few times a year for lack of priests and the means of transportation. They are not even able to follow the online masses because of the lack of connectivity. In this extraordinary time, we get a small taste of their ordinary fare. But since we have the online Mass, let us make the most of it. I give you some tips how to profit better from this poor substitute. Since you know the time of the Mass, prepare yourselves well for it. Do not watch it with a cup of coffee in hand. Before the Mass, read the Mass readings to prepare yourselves to hear them better once they are proclaimed in the Eucharist. You can know the Mass readings through the Catholic Bible Reading Guide, the Pandasal, and the many books that give us the daily Bible readings, and even some commentaries on them. Or you can access these readings online. Have a few moments too to think that you are to thank what you are to thank the Lord for and what to offer to Him in this Mass. Remember that you are praying this Eucharist with many other fellow Catholics, not only in your parish,